now, Father Peter Chell, 11 o'clock news for this Friday, April 17th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and on your 11 o'clock news headlines here. Top story at 11 here is in Nashville, New Hampshire, where Jeb Bush took the podium at the main state presidential primary event. Politics today in Manchester, New Hampshire on Friday morning, flanked by photos with his father and older brother, as Jeb seeks to shake shadow of family name. Gas line blast closes major highway in East Lebanon's the San Francisco Bay Area. Mike Huckabee invited folks to come to his hometown of Hope, Arkansas on May 5th, where he promises to say whether he's going to run for president again in 2016. The staff lawyers at the Justice Department reviewing Comcast's proposed $45 billion takeover of Time Warner Cable have raised questions and concern about the merger are now leading towards recommending that it be blocked according to personal knowledge. A group that hopes to get voters to legalize recreational use of marijuana filed an initiative with Friday with the Arizona Secretary of State office and will start a signature gathering campaign to get it on with a ballot. Iraqi officials said Izzat Ibrahim al-Duri had died and fighting with government troops in Saladin province north of Baghdad. Al-Duri, 72, headed the Naqshbandi order insurgent group, an important faction beyond the recent rise of ISIS. In Dawan, Yemen, a Yemeni army unit handed over control of a group of oil fields to a coalition of armed forces and armed tribes on Friday in an attempt to keep the fields from falling in the hands of Al-Qaeda or other military groups amid the chaos of a continuing bombing. 5 young men were arrested on Saturday in Melbourne, Australia, and what police called a major counter-terrorism operation. About 200 officers were involved in executing 7 search warrants that resulted in the arrest and the recovery of Edged. In Erbil, Iraq, a suicide bomber struck the U.S. consulate building in the northern Iraqi city of Erbil on Friday afternoon, the first assault on the U.S. facility since Islamic State merged with force in Iraq. Colonel Francis George of Chicago, dead at the age of 78. In Arizona, a man who had been dispute with his 2 brothers shot and killed him and his mother and one of his wives before taking his own life, the Phoenix police said on Friday. In Washington, President Barack Obama's trade agenda took a beating on Friday as the House Democrats threw cold water in his bid to fast-track the biggest free trade pact since the 1990s and 2016. Presidential contender Hillary Clinton declined to back it. Alright, let's take a look at stock market report. The Dow closed the week, closed 17,126.30, down 279.47. SP 500 2,081.18 and closed down 23.81, and Nasdaq closed 49.31.18, down 75.98. The study of extraterrestrial life has intrigued scientists for a long time. It was long argued if any alien life exists or not, and if any, does where to fit. Talk about the increasingly dense layer of dead satellites and miscellaneous space debris that are shrouded on a planet. No idea. No nets. Not with even ballistic gas clouds. Seems too far-fetched to avoid. After spending several weeks in the shadow of Ceres, NASA's Dawn spacecraft is finally getting a close look at a glimpse of a dwarf planet. Health experts are concerned about how much of nicotine exposure teens will get from electronic cigarettes. California Health Authorities declared an end Friday to a large measles outbreak in the U.S. that started at Disneyland and triggered a broader debate about vaccinations. In Indiana County, at the heart of a HIV outbreak, has seen a significant increase in the number of cases more than 2 weeks into a short-term needle exchange program approved by Governor Pence. And Pfizer Incorporated scored a key victory on Friday when there was cleared of liability in the first U.S. trial involving claims that its antidepressant Zoloft can cause birth defects in children born to women who would take the drug while pregnant. And New England is alerts here at 11:04. Providence, Rhode Island. Douglas Avenue at Amherst Street at motor vehicle accident request for 3rd rescue to the scene. Norton, Massachusetts, a working fire on 6 Gary Road. And a Worcester student was arrested after allegedly bringing a gun at an Amherst school and threatening to kill a police officer. Peter Chilling News time's out 11:04 here, and it is time now for a traffic report here on this late Friday night. Mass back on the westbound side. It is backed up from South Boston all the way up to the Pru Tunnel due to some road work on the Mass back on the westbound side, and mass back on the westbound side slow before Route 128 in Weston here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here on this late Friday night. And take a look at the MBTA here. Subway system is looking good. And Franklin Lines train 7:27, 8:50 p.m. from South Station, and 7:28, 10:15 p.m. from Forge Park 495 canceled. And Providence Stoughton Line train 8:27, 9:05 p.m. from South Station delayed today due to Amtrak signal problem, 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, let's take a look at the weather forecast as Peter Chilling News times at 11:06, and there is a special weather statement because elevated fire weather potential across eastern Massachusetts late Saturday afternoon and early evening as dry conditions will develop Saturday with relative humidity dropping near 30% by mid-late afternoon across eastern Massachusetts as sea breezes will keep relative humidities a bit higher along the immediate coast. In addition, northwest winds may gust up to 25 to 30 miles per hour by late afternoon away from the immediate coast, resulting in elevated fire weather potential. Local fire weather officials have advised of an elevated fire spread potential. A fire weather watch is in effect Saturday afternoon for central and western Massachusetts, where there is a greater risk of critical fire weather conditions here. Alright, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For overnight hours here, it'll be patchy fog between 1 and 2 a.m., then patchy fog between 3 and 4 a.m., then patchy fog after 5 a.m. Otherwise, most of the coast got a low about 45 degrees, westward about 3 to 5 miles per hour for Saturday. Patchy fog before 8 a.m. Otherwise, increased clouds with a high of 70 degrees, and a light variable wind becoming westbound 6 to 11 miles per hour in the afternoon. So yeah, mostly clear skies with a low about 3 to 9 degrees, northwest about 6 to 11 miles per hour, as high as 29 miles per hour for Sunday. South skies about 58 degrees, and northward about 5 to 9 miles per hour coming east in the afternoon. So yeah, Parkhouse got a low about 37 degrees, and southward about 5 miles per hour coming after midnight here. Monday, rain mainly after 2 p.m. 152 degrees, low about 48 degrees, and chance of precipitation is 8% on Monday, up into the 90% by Monday night. Tuesday, rain likely, most of the skies got low, high about 64 degrees, and chance of precipitation is 6%. Tonight, most of the skies got low about 42 degrees. For Wednesday, chance of showers, part size skies about 59 degrees, and chance of precipitation is 30%. What's that? Most of the skies got low about 39 degrees. For Thursday, part-time skies are about 56 degrees. For that, most of the skies got low about 37 degrees. And for Friday, most of the skies high about 54 degrees. North temperature sending at 49 degrees with foggy skies. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news in this Friday, April 17th, 2015. Peter said, have a good night. See you tomorrow morning. Good night. What a good part today, 2 years.